Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the shop. What's all that fuzziness about? There we go. Alright, guys. I have got the cowl all redone. I just cut all that other stuff out of there. Sanded all the glue down and put my new posts in. Okay, I got them farther out and also moved them to the center. That just gives me a better leverage on the ball links and how it'll all work out in the end. This is ready for paint. I don't want to paint all my linkage, so I don't want to put it in yet, but it's all ready and much better this time. Looks better. And I brought these out a little bit so it can give it more leverage to push rather than just a sideways deal. Plus these hinges were almost in the way. And that's ready for, okay, now, Canopy. Well, you're thinking, how am I going to make that work, Bob? Okay, this is really pretty simple. Okay, I got these square tubes from Zeroli. They already come with this machine, nice and smooth slot cut in the middle. I mean, you can do it yourself with a Dremel, but it don't come out near as good. Okay, then you take the ball links like this right here, okay, on a piece of 440 wire and run it on the inside. Then I got that linear servo, two of them actually, one on each side, okay, and then I'm just going to wire harness these things together. Oh, that screw cut out. I didn't have a nut on it. I didn't put a nut on the back side of it. It's ready for nuts. I just ain't did it. So I got the little bracket that holds it right there. And this bolt goes through and there's a nut on the back side. Okay, on that. Stick my battery in there, my servo tester. And they work pretty good. Okay, now on the other side, this is the end of my travel. Right there, I already got it marked. So what I got to do now is make a hole this ball link. It's just got the threads on the other end. Just a threaded ball link. And I can just put that in there and pop it right in that cup. And then I'm going to take this brass. I'll move it up here to where the canopy starts. And I got to bend that just right to where it'll catch the sides of these. There's a pretty big gap right there. It's going to have to be bent at an angle. And then I can, like JB weld it. When that sets up, put me a little sheet metal screw in there. I got a few, just a few tiny ones. That'd be just perfect for that. And then, okay, these two, I mean, it's only going to open that far. Ideally, I'd like to have a little bit more, but I mean, that's pretty good because the seat's going to go right here. And that's all the room we got back there. We couldn't have went with 4-inch travel because there ain't room. And there's no place to put them forward because the fuel tank on there's a bulkhead here and then a bulkhead back here. So, I mean, they're double bulkheads, and we're just going to have to deal with what we got. But that's pretty good. Well, that's pretty good travel. That's enough for a pilot to get in and out of. And the seat goes right there, you know, so it'll be fine. But now I've got to put another one back here for the back one to ride on. And for that, we need one of them humps that you see back to all these canopies. And that's how I'm going to go about making it. I'm just going to have to kind of do a little guessing here. Take my Sharpie. See, and that's all the room we have here too. So, you know, we just gotta go with what will fit. And that's all, you know, that's all the travel we got right there anyways, 3 inches. And we can't go back this way anymore either because of that. So we're in the ballpark. Okay, now I got me a couple Sharpie marks there. We know how wide this needs to be. I'm gonna have to make a couple of them before I get it. Get the old compass now, and it's got kind of a don't have a lot of roundness. Let's go up about 1 inch. This is just, we're going to have to just take a guess at first. And 6.5, so 3/4. And that might not be bad right there. Okay. I'll come in a little bit. See, but that's got kind of a flat on top, but our deal goes on there, so it's still kind of round. See, then I'll come in here and I'll probably glue some of my G10 on here once I get this, once I know it's the right one. I'll glue some of my G10 on both sides so I get a real nice finish on that wood. And that will look good. Okay, bam. Now, way too big. Get closer. Got a little whoop in it. Yeah, I went a little bit too extreme on the whoop. That's all right. I think this will be fixed. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how this works up here. Put that right there. It's too tall. So that means I got to bring the radius down. Oh, and you want some big old feet. Okay. I got to bring the radius down, which means make the circle bigger. Alright. Right. So keep that will just give me a reference point to where I used to be. Okay. That's not enough. Let's split the difference. That still don't look like enough. I went too extreme. There we go. Okay. Alright. Bam. Yeah, I think that will be alright. I just went a little bit too extreme here, but they need to come up and they need to sand back to fit that. Alright guys, I'm going to do that, see what I got going. I'm just going to take my rotary file I got right here and make me 2 holes right there. And that will be also where you take the you can take the canopy off. Okay, you can just slide it back to the most open position. Lift them up and then slide it out the back. And the whole canopy will come off. That's where that goes. Well, I would just wish it opened a half an inch more, but it is what it is. That's what I got. That's all I got room for, so we'll make it happen. Bam. What do you guys think? And then I just got to cut this out here. This is the door where the switches and everything's going to be. But the past 3 or 4 days, it's just been solid rain. And can't even prime, you know, that compressor picks up moisture and spits it out. So we gotta wait for this rain to be over with. It's been raining every day. Ground's all soaked, but I got a little bit of piddling to do, and then we're gonna move on to paint. I'll get that door cut out. And I gotta glue these on. They're all just screwed on, all these. Piece of brass. All these are just screwed on. I gotta glue them on. I can do some more piddling. Plug that battery. And get my canopy fit. But I actually need this painted because this has got a glue on the inside where the canopy is. So I need to paint this, glue the canopy in, and then I could glue and screw this piece in. So I can get all these parts ready. I just can't install them until that's painted. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep piddling. So we'll see you guys back in the shop for another episode. Bob TV, baby.